Hello and welcome to This Week in Movies, where we are breaking down the biggest news and stories from the world of entertainment. So we have to absolutely get started with the legend Donnie Yen joining Keanu Reeves in John Wick 4. The martial arts legend is going to play an old friend of John Wick's with many of the same enemies and shares the same history. So does that mean that like Donnie Yen's been screwed over by the Assassin's Guild as well? Like if you didn't think John Wick 4 could get any more must see, they're just upping the ante tenfold by being like, hey, let's just drop Donnie Yen in here and just show you an unbelievable Donnie Yen Keanu Reeves martial arts ass beating like tag team. Like, it's incredible. Like, this feels like a story that was written for me. Like, they were like, hey, Dustin, you really want to see John Wick 4 already, right? Like, that cliffhanger in 3 really has you hyped, gonna be good. Donnie Yen. So Donnie Yen was in XXX, The Return of Xander Cage. He is most notably known for Ip Man and that franchise. He was also in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And if you're not familiar with Donnie Yen, like, there's not much else you need to say. Like, the man is just a one-man army. He has these insane fight scenes. He's incredibly skilled as a martial artist. He makes these types of stunts and moves look just effortless. And like that, alongside the skill that Keanu Reeves has developed for those like close quarters fight scenes in those movies, and like especially like his gun control and like all of that stuff that he like takes super seriously, is gonna make for some incredible action sequences, I bet. Like, these movies are already known for having insane action sequences, but now we're staring down like a potential Lawrence Fishburne, Donnie Yen, Keanu Reeves versus 10,000 bad guys or something, and it might not still be enough. Like, you need more bad guys for those three, because like, let's face it, probably take out 10,000 on their own. I just hope we get cool like tandem Donnie Yen, John Wick, like maybe they both kill someone with a pencil or something. This is a franchise that I trust to lean into the absurd while still making it completely enjoyable and entertaining. And I think Donnie Yen is going to be a huge, huge asset to this movie. I also just hope he's got a massive role. Like, if he's only in this for like 20 minutes, I'm going to be a little disappointed, because the two of them together is like the type of tandem that I never knew I wanted, and now that I hear it's going to be a thing, like I can't imagine a movie without it. So Thor: Love and Thunder, the fourth film in the Thor franchise, just finished filming. They wrapped filming this past week, and to celebrate, Chris Hemsworth took to Instagram to make basically every man on Earth feel inferior. So that's a wrap on Thor: Love and Thunder. It's also National Don't Flex Day, so I thought this super relaxed photo was appropriate. The film is going to be batshit crazy, off the wall funny, and might also pull a heartstring or two. Lots of love, lots of thunder. Thank you to all this cast and crew who made this another incredible Marvel journey. Buckle in, get ready, and see you in cinemas. But like, come on. Like, I know Hemsworth is getting ready to play Hulk Hogan, and he's gonna need the Python's brother, but this is absurd. Like, that should have like a not safe for work blur that you have to accept. Like, that is obscene. I will never, no supplement on earth could give me that. It's incredible, and like, it just looks uncomfortable. Like, he looks uncomfortably big here, like in the shoulder area. Like, that just doesn't look like, maybe, I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say maybe that's fake, because it's probably 100% real, but like, that's just like, it just looks uncomfortable. Like, could you imagine putting a jacket on, or like rolling into bed and like pulling the blanket up? Like, is he like this, like all up in it? Like, it blows my mind. Like, this is like the most safe, like PG thirst trap I've ever seen, and even still, this is like obscene. But, I mean, Thor is going to be cool. It'll be a good movie. Marvel producer, also in Marvel news, Marvel producer Kevin Feige came out and said that the title for WandaVision, their smash hit first foray into episodic streaming television, the title was inspired by Spike Lee's BlacKkKlansman. Kind of an interesting quote when you just hear it, but then when you see what he meant, a little bit worse. It's a little bit worse. So, he said the WandaVision title was inspired by BlacKkKlansman because they just mushed two words together and the audience just accepts it as a title. I know that's the weirdest connection ever, but that's how it came about. Now, Kevin Feige is a wonderful producer. He has overseen one of, if not the most successful movie franchise in the world ever, in the history of movies. Nothing right now is bigger than the MCU. They are everywhere. They are things that, like, the movies basically have to make $1 billion or they're a failure if they don't. It's incredible where they have gotten, but, like, dude, not the quote, like BlacKkKlansman. So first off, Spike Lee makes a movie. You're gonna assume that he put some thought into every part of it, including the title. But then you think about the story. So, like, what could he possibly be saying in a movie called BlacKkKlansman? Why would it be spelled like that? Why would it be BlacKkKlansman with an extra third K in the title? I can't, it's just such a random smashing of words. Like, does this movie have to do with, like, no, couldn't be. It's just BlacKkKlansman. Just smash some words together. So you know what? We'll call the show WandaVision. Like, it's just, Kevin, buddy. Any other, dude. I don't even know what else to say. Aside from, like, context clues are important, and well, guys, I hate to say it, but it finally happened. Filming on Mission Impossible 7 was shut down after a member of the crew or cast that hasn't been announced tested positive for COVID-19. Of course, a few months ago, or really earlier in the pandemic, probably like a couple months into the pandemic even, Tom Cruise went to incredible lengths to continue filming Mission Impossible 7, and that audio leaked of him screaming at select members of the crew who had apparently violated the protocols. And it was clear that TC was a man under heavy pressure. He said some insane things, and a lot of higher profile actors and filmmakers quickly agreed and said, hey, he was right to scream and yell and cuss. He told them if they do it again, if he catches it again, they're gone. And now here we are. And we'll probably never find out, you know, who it was or what happened to them or anything like. But, like, could you just imagine if it was like, hey, this is weird, the director of Mission Impossible 7 was just fired a month before filming ends. Or like, hey, Simon Pegg is gone and his face is CG covered with another person. Like, could you imagine if it was someone that substantial a part of the film? Like, if they were just like, hey, Ving Rhames, he's not coming back. I just, sad, because clearly they went to a lot of trouble. I believe at some point he rented a boat and had everybody living on this boat to keep up with safety protocols, which kind of seems like backwards. Like, I wouldn't think everyone enclosed on a ship would be, the safest for, social distancing purposes, but, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise probably knows, safety precautions and distancing guidelines better than I. So who am I to say? Like, could you imagine if all of Marvel movies from now on just start following this approach, and we get like Guardian Thor and like Carol Fury or like Sam Buck